Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about if you're only tipping $2.50, customer asks Instacart Shopper to break the law so they wouldn't have to come downstairs. So there are a series of customers out there, and a lot of them, that have the most unreasonable requests, sometimes even crossing boundaries so much that they are breaking the law or asking us to break the law. Either way, it's not fair to the customer, it's not fair to the driver, it's just flat not right. And this shopper is talking all about his experience with said issues. So with that said, we are talking about everything that is being said in this article, how it actually is for Doordash, UberEats, and Grubhub drivers and customers, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. An Instacart shopper exposed the crazy demands of a customer who only initially tipped $2.50. The customer later reduced the tip to $0. Now, you see, that's interesting because Instacart, they have a tip guard in place specifically for that, and it's up to $10. I am surprised that didn't trigger to protect the $2.50. There's got to be something else to it. In a viral TikTok, content creator Kobejo at Kobejo breaks down his Instacart horror story. The video has received over 15,000 views since Tuesday. Things you do for content, huh? I'm going to leave his TikTok as well as his profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions on the subject.
Do not be like this customer on Instacart. Look how nice this apartment is. So I'm driving to the store, shopping for your groceries, checking out your groceries, then taking it to you. You tipped me $2.50. I had the audacity to be like, the brand new luxury apartments. You didn't have to do all that.
Okay, so let me get something straight. You accepted an order with a $2.50 tip. I'm assuming the base pay was dog water anyway. And then you decided to shop for all their groceries. And then you're surprised that they're pretentious pricks? Like, come on. I know that you're not wrong for the way you're feeling about it, but don't be surprised that those people are pretentious pricks by the way they said that. Their behavior says it all.
And you told me to park in no parking and risk my car being towed so that you didn't have to come down the stairs.
Oh, yeah. Been there, done that. In fact, there's a restaurant around here on UberEats, Colada Cuban Cafe or something like that. They are funny in the sense that in their Uber instructions specifically, they say, turn your hazards on and run in quickly. There's a lot of times where there's just no parking, and that's their expectation for you. They want you to risk getting a parking ticket, blocking other people in, just so they could do Uber Eats orders, because they wouldn't be able to survive as a business otherwise.
All of that's fine, whatever. You don't have the money to tip. I think you do, but you didn't. So, thing is, if you're only tipping $2.50, do not expect excellent, amazing service.
Counterpoint, if you're only tipping $2.50, you shouldn't be taking the order at all. You should receive no service. Like, that is a really low tip. Like, why would you do that to yourself? Unless the base pay covered for that. How big was this order that you saw an order on Instacart that specifically says, and they show this to you before you even accept, $2.50 tip, and you're like, yeah, that sounds like a good order. No, they're wrong for tipping $2.50, but you really need to level up as a gig worker. Joe shares screenshots of his messages with the customer. When the store did not have their requested brand of fries, Joe instead bought Instacart's recommended substitute for the brand of seasoned fries. This led to the customers to send a message that read, hey, we don't want those fries they also sent. You didn't even ask us. You just replaced them with some random fries. Be lucky you got a replacement at all. I rarely ever do substitutes. I've been doing a lot of Walmart Spark recently, and because of the way the system works, I rarely ever do substitutes unless there are recommended substitutes. I don't play that game with people. And also, if Instacart's recommending a substitute, you're going by the book. That's fine, in my opinion. If they got a problem with that, they can get up to the store and get it themselves with their $2.50 they're about to put in their gas tank.
You waited 5 minutes to tell me that you didn't want the fries after I was checking out.
Yeah, you can't work with people like that, man. Like, if they're gonna ghost you and then cry about it later, they're looking for any possible way to create a scenario to tip bait you. it's better off to not work with them at all. A small back and forth via Instacart messaging ensues. Joe let the customer know it was too late to find her yet another brand of fries, and then Joe got a different kind of message from Instacart.
From Instacart talking about my tips been reduced to 0 because I got you seasoned fries as a replacement as seasoned fries. And then as soon as you text me, I go to text you back, and before I can even text you back, you want to tell me I got you some random fries. No, I did not. I chose seasoned fries that were the same thing in a different brand. And when I already told you that I'm on my way, you get mad that you don't have your fries, so you reduce your tip to 0. But still want me to bring it up to the top floor and sign in, get escorted up to your room. Hello? Are you fucking crazy?
Yes. First off, they are crazy. Second, again, why did you take an order like that? Why are you allowing customers to treat you like that? Because here's the reality. They are wrong for tipping $2.50. They are wrong for the way they treated you. This is how low and no tip customers are. They are not worth working with. Period. But here's the reality. You want to know how you could have avoided this issue altogether? Not accepting that kind of Instacart order. I understand if you want to get into like their rewards program, because their rewards program is actually kind of solid in comparison to the others. But you can't let people treat you like that, because you don't know what's going to happen. They're going to make a thing about it. They're going to take away your tip. You're going to get a bad rating, which is also going to affect your ability to be on that part of Instacart. And it's really just not worth it. Viewers weigh in. In the comment section, viewers shared their grievances about delivery customers and tipping etiquette. This is why I stopped doing Instacart, one user wrote. Little to no tip, I don't do any replacements, and I don't do messages. I could care less how they feel, came a second comment. Little to no tip, I don't take the order at all. It's no tip, no trip. Not no tip, shop for the entire order and deal with the customer's nonsense. Not no tip, do the order begrudgingly. Not no tip, make a TikTok on how terrible the Instacart customer was. No tip, no trip. It's that simple. It's always the bigger houses or nicer apartments that never tip. The lower end houses always tip something. It's freaking crazy. And third viewer expressed. You know, it's funny that people say that, because I kind of feel it's somewhere in between. Once you get to the super wealthy areas, they don't tip much at all. And then you get to the upper middle class where people kind of have to work with that. Then you got people that tip pretty well. Middle class, same thing. Lower middle class, it's hit or miss. And lower class, they don't have much to tip. Sometimes they will, sometimes you won't. But in a lot of cases, they're also going to be the ones to complain, like, I don't have money to tip you with. That's kind of where the bell curve is, if that makes sense. This is when you just cancel the order in the middle of shopping. The low to zero tippers are the worst to deal with. A fourth person offered. Counterpoint, I would not take the low to zero tip customers, period, unless the base pay really made up for that and the unit count was low. Like, I only take alcohol orders on Instacart with those low tips because it's literally run in the store, get a bottle, pay for it, leave. And that's it. Sure, you gotta ID the person. Sometimes that could be an issue. But in most cases, that's it. The Daily Dot previously reported on Joe's delivery content. The content creator made a recent video about a DoorDash customer who ordered a steak and shake delivery to a location that was right across the street. While Joe initially expressed confusion about the order and called it a waste of money, some users in the comments defended the order. Sometimes people are the only ones at the office or business and can't leave. One such viewer offered in the comments. I actually made a video on that recently. I will leave that in the description. Feel free to check that out. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. If you're going to go on Instacart, especially Instacart, where there's tip baiting that takes place, you cannot, and I really do mean cannot, work with people that are like this. I don't see a valid reason for it. If they only tip $2.50, it's not worth it. That says a lot about their character. Are there times where that's okay? Sure. Sometimes the base pay really does cover it. Like, I'm on Walmart Spark right now, and sometimes the base pay really is that much to where it covers it. But if it's at 0, I am absolutely not taking it. If I am accepting an order, regardless for the reason, I will do it to the best of my ability. But I am not accepting no tip orders. I am very skeptical about low tip orders. The base pay really needs to cover for that. But if you're a customer that's treating me like a piece of crap, then I don't want to work with you. I'll get on Walmart and I will say, hey, listen, the customer is treating me disrespectfully. I don't feel safe doing this. Can you please unassign me? Or something like that. Because I don't tolerate this behavior. Period. Although I will say this is why you multi-app. I could tell he's already on Doordash and Instacart to where he is making sure he's on multiple platforms at once. But diversify further. Are you on UberEats? Are you on Grubhub? Are you on Spark? If you want to be on Shipt, you can. What about package delivery? Amazon Flex, Veho, Jitsu. What about catering delivery? Deliver that. Delivered if you're into disrespectful people. Food Fetched, Zifty, maybe one of the Cartwheel apps. Either way, it is your responsibility to make sure you're as well diversified as possible, to make sure you're making the most amount of money in the least amount of time in the safest possible way. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.